My sister announced she's having her 5th child, but I'm done taking care of her kids. So hey, I'm Samuel and this is my story. My photography studio had failed, leaving me without any money, so I moved to Atlanta to start over, but I ended up becoming an unpaid caretaker for my cousin Juliana's 3 children for 3 years in a tiny apartment. I was constantly cooking, taking them to and from school and raising them while Juliana worked long shifts and partied with her partner Max. I was juggling a job at a small cafe and evening coding classes, trying to make my dream of working in tech a reality, a dream that seemed to be slipping away every day. Then, one night, Juliana dropped a bombshell. She was expecting another baby. My heart sank. I had already sacrificed my savings, my dreams, and my freedom. I had reached my breaking point, my voice cracking as I left after a huge argument. Her angry stare felt like it was burning me, but I was determined to move out and live for myself. Juliana's reaction was explosive, and what happened next turned our family upside down. Mornings were a battle. My phone would go off at 5:15, pulling me into the chaos of getting Juliana's kids ready. David, who was 13, argued with Emily, who was 10, over the last waffle. "You took it yesterday," Emily yelled, throwing a plate down. I just cut it in half while Noah ate his cereal. The milk spilled all over the table. I chugged some old coffee, then put them all in my beat-up car. The drive to school was pure madness. David was blasting loud music, Emily was complaining about her teacher, and Noah was quizzing me about robots. By the time I dropped them off, my head was pounding. I sped to the cafe, flipping burgers for 15s an hour, trying to smile through impatient customers. "Get it done fast," a guy shouted, as if I wasn't already juggling 6 orders. My pay barely covered my transportation pass. After my shift, I picked up the kids, made chili, and broke up a fight over who was supposed to feed. The cat, Juliana, a bartender, and Max, a bouncer, were rarely home. They were either sleeping or out, having fun. Juliana's quick thank yous that she would say before disappearing felt meaningless. The nights were my only peaceful time. After putting Noah to bed and helping Emily with her homework, I would start my coding lessons, dreaming of developing my own app, but I was often dazed by 1 a.m. and my laptop would shut down. Right in the middle of my work, I loved the kids, David's sharp sense of humor, Emily's quiet drawings, and Noah's endless curiosity, but I wasn't their mom. Juliana and Max hardly did any parenting. My $2,700 in photography savings went to pay for Emily's braces and Noah's soccer gear. Juliana paid for the rent, but Max never contributed anything. "You are their rock," Juliana would say, as if it was a compliment. It was a way to keep me from leaving my friend. Stella called me one night while I was venting. "You are not their parent, Samuel. Don't give up your life," she told me. Her words stung. My assignments for my coding class were late, and my instructor was pointing out all my missed deadlines. I was starting to lose it. One evening, Juliana and Max burst in looking so happy. "We are having another kid," Juliana announced, as Max threw down some bags of takeout food as if it was a party. My stomach twisted. "That's huge," I mumbled, but inside I was falling apart. During dinner, they hit me with a shocking request. "We need you to quit the cafe," Juliana said, "and be here all the time. Maybe you can also contribute $200 for bills." I was frozen, and my spoon clattered against the plate. "Quit my job," I repeated. Max just shrugged. "We are super busy with the new baby coming. We can't handle everything." My blood was boiling. "I am already doing everything. Driving, cooking, helping with homework. I can't quit." Juliana's eyes flashed. "You live here for free. You owe us." I stood there, trembling. "I owe myself a life." I walked out, and her silence was deafening. I called Stella and paced around the room. "They are treating me like a maid," she said bluntly. "They are taking advantage of you. Save your dreams." I started looking at rental listings. My savings were just enough for a deposit on a $1,500 studio. The faces of the kids, David's jokes, Emily's little drawings, and Noah's questions haunted me, but I knew I had to get away. I sat David down. "I might be moving," I said. "Because of Mom?" He asked, his eyes getting smaller. I nodded. "I will still be here for you, just in a different way." I taught him how to plan dinners and track Noah's soccer schedule. Juliana noticed the change. "Ditching us already?" she snapped when she caught me looking at rental websites. I stayed quiet. A few days after I moved into my studio, a simple room with just my laptop and my coding notes. My phone rang. Officer Grant from the Atlanta Police Department. We got a complaint about some damage at your cousin's address. My heart started racing when I got to Juliana's place. She was yelling that I had ruined her television and taken $300. The police officers looked at the cracked screen in a dishwasher that was not working. David stepped forward, his voice steady. She is lying. He said that television has been broken for a couple of weeks. Noah threw a toy at it. The dishwasher mom overloaded it. The money she spent it on bar tabs. Juliana's jaw dropped, but she didn't say a word. The officers warned her about making false reports and then left. I gave David a hug you didn't have to do. That he just shrugged. You have been more of a mom to us than her. I kept my distance, focusing on coding apps for money. Stella watched the kids sometimes, and I sent $30 every month for their school supplies. Juliana's life started to fall apart. Max left her, and her hours at the bar were cut. I got a job at a new company, building their app, and finally quit the cafe. My studio was filled with the sounds of my laptop and the smell of coffee. The kids would video chat with me. Emily would send me doodles, and Noah would talk excitedly about his robotics club. David admitted that Juliana was hardly trying. I couldn't fix her, but my $1,300 contract felt like complete freedom. Juliana texted me once, saying I owed her money. I just blocked her. The kids had Stella, and I had my life hard-earned and untouchable. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to Home Exposed. Your support keeps us bringing more powerful stories your way.